guided by God in a different way that's not normal. The people outside, how you doing, Jim? The people outside of your life, they not gonna understand how God guides you. You're not gonna understand how God guides them. God has made us all. How you doing, Ricardo? God has made us all individual with our own unique gifts. Okay, we need to understand that. Nobody's gonna understand what God got going on for you. You gotta believe in what God's telling you. You gotta believe in what the higher power, your ancestors, your angels. You gotta believe in what they're telling you and those guidances. Because if you go to somebody else to validate what God told you, you're ultimately giving that power to another opinion. You're giving that power to another opinion. And you're acting as if like you gotta go get a second judgment on God's call. God told you something. Now you gotta go get validation from another person, another human that God created. God gave you a mission. You saying you gotta go talk to another person that God created to get validation? No. When God talks to you, when God tells you a mission or a direction, you don't go talking to the next person. You don't go asking for validation. You believe in the God that gave you the direction. You believe in the God that gave you the direction, then you move in that direction. You don't got to go around telling people, hey, 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 I got to do this. God got me doing this. No, we got to keep that. We got to keep that here. When God talking to me here, we keeping that energy here. We care about the relationships that we have with people more than we care about the relationships we have with the Father. Let's just be pointing out plain. Let's be serious. Come on. We care about the relationships more than we care about how we move in front of Father, in front of God, in front of Source, in front of whoever you believe in. But these relationships that we hold on so dear to are not the end of the world. If you let go of certain relationships, guess what, man? How many relationships, friendships you done been through? It ended, and you still here. But now, currently in life, there's friendships, relationships that are impacting you, that are affecting you and affecting your life. Go up. Have that attachment. You want them to go with you. You're like, instead of going with God, you're trying to be like, okay, God, I'll listen to you, but I want to take all these people with me. I want to take all the people that don't understand what I've been saying, that don't understand what I got going on, that don't understand what you've been telling me. I want to take all them with me. Are we clear? Are we good? But I want to take all that with me. The phone might be hot. That's probably when God is speaking to you, when God is sending you in our outcome. Those people, those friends, those family. Listen, I get it. You love them. You want them to come with you. You want them to win with you. We want everybody to win. But sometimes we gotta understand that sometimes you gotta walk that walk by yourself. You gotta walk it. Cause once you walk it, you're showing all them other people like, hey, y'all can walk this shit too. Once you walk that walk, you showing them like they can make the walk too. You didn't have to take them with you. You trying to take them with you was slowing you down. You gotta go. You have to walk the path so other people can know how to walk that path too. You can't take everybody, man. You can't. Because everybody ain't on the level that you on. And if everybody ain't on the level that you on, then how can you expect for them? If God tell you something, how can you go and tell them, yo, God told me this, we need to hop on game, we need to do this shit. Because you can go tell your homeboy and your homegirl straight up, like, hey, I got a plan. God came down to me and told me we got to do this. But they're not gonna have the same drive as you. They're not gonna have the same fire that God put in you and them. It's not gonna be there. You're gonna be sitting there managing them the whole time, telling them to do this, do that. When it's like you need to understand the messages that God have for you are for you. They're not for you to be going around and telling people, and not for you to be going to get validation. You have to trust and believe in the Father. You have to. Because every single time you question his word, you're holding yourself back. Every time you question God's word, you're holding yourself back. Every single time. When do we decide to tap in, lock in, and actually trust in the Father's word? When do we trust that guidance? There's love in every single one of us. Truly. We're all connected by that divine source. But God's word does not need second opinions. God's word does not need advice. God's messages and nudges to you does not need a second source's opinion. You were literally made from the Father. Can you understand that? You have a unique communication with all of this, with nature, with the cosmos, with the stars, with the planets, with the water, with the fire, with the wind. You are connected to all of this. They're literally in communication with you all the time. Like God's source divine is always in communication with you at all times. You have to believe that in your daily life so it can become true, or it can manifest where your life is daily in communication with something higher. The gateway through that is the belief. What do you believe? If you walk this place and you believe, do you believe that God sent you here? Or are you questioning if God sent you here? Do you believe God is the one that's making you feel this way? You got to understand that for yourself. The power is in the belief and the intention, ladies and gentlemen. That's where all the power is, in your beliefs and in your intentions. I also want to touch on